What's swaggin' players? It's your boy, StaxMontana, man, back out here. Another reaction video, bruh. Finally, you feel me? Hey, bruh, I chilled on the reactions for a while, and I didn't think I was going to get the response I actually got for chilling. Like, y'all been hitting me up, asking me to react to all of these videos, and I kind of been chilling on it, but we got something right here that may just be better than all of the rest, you feel me, if you get what I mean. The link to the original video is down below in the description as always. But before we get into this video, man, let's hear a few words from our sponsors for today's video. Bruh, are you like me? Are you tired of all of these funny looking, cartoonish looking games, bruh? I feel the same way as you right now. Well, not every RPG gotta look like that, you feel me? And I'm thinking about that time we get a real, raw, dark, epic, and awesome, and Raid Shadow Legends will take you to the world of dark fantasy realism. You can find me in the game under the name StaxMontana, just like my YouTube, and if you fast enough, and I mean you got that 99 speed, you can join my clan. If you sign up using my special link in the description, you'll receive a package containing 100,000 silver and the champion slasher. Right here is where you will find those rewards. And now, bro, you can play Raid on mobile and desktop, bro. That is so, like, that feature is so far. I never heard of anything like that before, by the way. And what's dope about that is the game is cross-device, so now you can play with the same user and switch between devices whenever and however you want. And the graphics is already crazy on the mobile version, so you already know they go crazy on the PC version, and it's super fast as well. So what are you waiting for, bro? Like, let me know, dog. What are you really waiting for? Click the special link down below in the description and you will get 100,000 silver and the champion slasher from the faction Lizardman. Shout out to my guys over at Raid Shadow Legends, man. I appreciate y'all. Let's get back to this video. Y'all already know that we support Flight on this channel, you feel me? Like, we are big advocates of Flight, you feel me? And in no way, shape, or form do I honestly think Flight is the worst basketball player of all time, you feel me? I don't think that, because you gotta think, like, my grandma, your grandma on that list, you feel me? His baby's on that list. His baby's born every day that gotta jump on that list. And to say that Flight is at the very bottom of that list is borderline disrespectful, bro. You feel me? It's actually really disrespectful. But we gonna see if this video right here actually changes our mind. Make us believe and understand or think that Flight is the worst basketball player ever. We gonna see, bro. By the way, shout out, I forgot his name, but shout out to whoever that was that sent me this on the gram. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it. But here we go. Let's see, bro. Flight, don't let me down.
Oh, what the fuck?
It happened, bro. It happened. It happened.
This is Flight Reacts, a fellow YouTuber who has gained a very impressive following over the past several years thanks to some funny moments, ignorant takes, and infamous rages, or better known as his reactions. However, as many of us know, you cannot stay relevant on YouTube for any extended period of time without adding some diversity to your content, and Flight has been successful at this as well.
Yes,
he plays
sir.
Video games, vlogs, hell, he's even been in a few relationships. But in my
Yes,
opinion,
sir,
his
my
most
boy
impactful
Flight.
content that he uploads are his 1v1s. These videos have become a staple in the community, not just because they generate more content for other creators, but also they are extremely entertaining. And recently, the frequency in which Flight has uploaded these 1v1s have gone up, so I have seen myself consuming way more Flight's content than I normally do. So much so that I believe I missed a few of them and just got caught up on Cash Nasty reacting to them, and while watching one of Cash's videos, this happened.
Flight been playing so many people, bro. You can't even get count of how many L's he got in a row, bro. But
wait, hold up for a second. You're telling me no one is keeping track of this? Like, we all know Flight is bad, but no one actually knows how bad Flight is at basketball? The answer to that question is no, because people have lives. Luckily, I don't. So what I decided to do was watch every 1v1 that Flight has ever uploaded, record all the wins.
Hey, I know y'all hate when I pause, but yo, this man set up here and said he watched every single Flight 1v1, bro. You are a wild man.
Losses, track all his miss and makes, calculate his field goal percentage, so we as a community all know how bad Flight is at basketball. Now, I grossly underestimated how daunting of a task this is, So while I do that, let me first give you a little bit more information on who Flight is as a ball player. Flight is right hand dominant, and legend has it he stands roughly around 6'3" and weighs about $155. Now you would assume that someone that tall would utilize their height to their advantage. No, Flight does not take advantage of his height whatsoever. Defensively, when it comes to protecting the rim, he's horrible at that. Giving some type of effort on that side of the ball, especially when it comes to contesting shots, it's very lackluster. And when it comes to staying on balance and trying to stay in front of his man, Flight struggles significantly in this aspect, so much so that a lot of times he gets turned around. But if there is one glaring flaw that Flight has on the defensive end, it is his basketball IQ. Flight's defensive IQ is so low that even when his opponent
that's my favorite one when he starts
is at a massive disadvantage, or even if they handicap themselves, they still find a way to win. Like the time where Cash had his left hand tied behind his back and still was able to beat Flight off the dribble going right. Or how about the time where Jesser was blindfolded, so instead of shooting shots since he couldn't see, he just drove to the basket and again still beat Flight. And then you had the game against Cheeseaholic, who is nearly a foot shorter than Flight and did nothing but drive to the basket going left. And in the middle of the game, Flight was told,
"Hey yo, he left-handed, yo, make him go right, yo."
Facts.
And then in the very next possession, still got beat going left to the basket. Honestly, if Flight just paid more attention to his matchup and understood their tendencies, he would win way more games than he does. But then you have the offensive side, and honestly, it may actually be worse. Again, Flight does not use his height to his advantage, so he never posts up. Instead, he opts in for a face-up game, which is a shame because creating a shot consistently is nearly impossible. When it comes to his handles, Flight dribbles the ball like an ambitious 8-year-old who just got done watching Curry do some pre-game dribble routines and then decided to go right outside without any practice and try to execute the same thing he saw from Curry. He has no left hand. When he attempts to do anything that's more complex than just dribbling between his legs, he has a hard time executing that unless he is stationary. And even when he goes right, as long as you keep pressure on him, he's bound to make a mistake. So again, because of these limitations, creating a shot for himself is a very daunting task.
Yo, hold on. Who the hell just did that to him? Who the hell just blocked Flight?
Because of these limitations, creating a shot for himself is a very daunting task. And that task becomes nearly impossible for Flight when you start to look at some of his shooting mechanics. Now, I'm not going to break down every single last thing that Flight does wrong because I don't want to make this video 30 minutes long. However, there are two things that
why do they just keep blocking Flight back to, what the hell is going on?
I have to point out.
I thought that was the same day. That's two different, that's two different events. That's two different times.
The first one has to do with his footwork, which is atrocious. It's very obvious that Flight finds it very difficult to figure out which foot to gather off of. Because of this, any momentum that he would have is completely nullified, which forces him to shoot while he's on the run. Which brings us to one of his go-to moves, and that's his running hook. But even that looks extremely awkward because, again, his footwork is all off. And honestly, I believe Flight is completely aware of this, which is why his second go-to move is his hop step. But the one thing that is very interesting about Flight's hop step is that he's the only person I've ever seen in my life do a hop step and still doesn't face the basket, which basically kind of defeats the purpose of a hop step.
I don't like the way he doing this because he almost making me believe that Flight is the worst. I don't like this,
The second thing that I have to bring up is that Flight almost never follows through on his jump shot. For whatever reason, he keeps his elbow bent, which forces him to either A, overshoot it, or B, shoot a lot of air balls. If I tallied this correctly, Flight has shot over 60 air balls in all of the games that he has played, which is roughly around an air ball a game. Now you're probably wondering, well, how many games has Flight uploaded on YouTube? Impressively enough, Flight has played nearly 50 1v1s. However, while I was doing my research, I decided to exclude a few games since they weren't fair matchups, and it basically kind of defeated the purpose of the whole video because it wasn't going to get me any closer to determining how bad Flight was at basketball. Those games are the 2 against Bone Collector, a game against DDG where in the middle of the game, Daryl not only decided to blindfold himself, but also only use one hand. This other game where Flight played against this young lady who looked like she never dribbled a basketball a day in her life. And then recently, Flight, for whatever reason, decided to upload a game against Little Terrio, who is 12 years old. Which leaves us with 43
Hold up, Flight played Terrio?
games. In those 43 games, Flight has a record of 9-34.
Damn, man!
Because I couldn't believe that there were actually 9 people who lost to Flight. Those 9 games are LNU twice, Chino, Essie, Dub, Annoying TV, Miles Brown, Mopey, and David Spalmer. So basically, Flight beat a girl, a 14-year-old boy, and 6 dudes who look like they haven't played basketball in over 5 years. Now you may be wondering, out of those 9 wins, which one was Flight's best game? And that is easily against Annoying TV. And in that game, Flight shot nearly 43% from the field and 50% from behind the arc. And of course, he got a W. However, in an act to be transparent, that game only went to 5 points, and Annoying TV might actually be the worst ball player I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yo, why did he shoot that like that? Shout out to my guy Annoying, but goddamn, boy, what the hell was that? Goddamn.
The worst ball player I've ever seen in my entire life.
He thought he's I just know in his heart he thought he's about
But hey,
to
that is indeed Flight's best game. Now, some of you all may be wondering, well, what's Flight's worst game? And that one's a little bit more trickier because Flight has had multiple outings where he went scoreless. Flight couldn't buy a basket in both of the games he faced solo Illuminati.
Bro, the stats this man is pulling up are crazy,
the first outing, he shot 0 for 11 from the field and 0 from 6 from deep. He also went scoreless against B-Lou, where he shot 0 for 14 from the field and 0 from 6 from behind the arc, which is a very close second because, in my opinion, the worst game that Flight has ever played was against Cheeseaholic. In that game, not only did he go scoreless, but he couldn't even attempt that many shots because how bad he was defensively. He only took 4 shot attempts because Cheeseaholic had the ball for practically the entire game. But wait, it gets worse because
it's so crazy actually seeing the stats of this. Like it's crazy, bro. Like you don't realize it like while you watching the video or just over time collectively, but it's like, dog, what the hell is going on here? What's
Flight
happening?
was losing so bad in this 1v1 matchup that he forced Cheeseaholic to go to 15 points instead of the original agreement to 11 points, and still couldn't stop him and still couldn't.
This right here, I agree if this is his worst game, because the fact that his first thought was to just like jump off the roof and it's like the fact that his first thought was like, yo, I'm done. The fact that his first thought was like, yo, it's time to check out. His first thought was like, yo, it's time to check out, man. You know what I'm saying? I got nothing left to do here. You feel me? It's time to go. Like, that was the first thing he did. He like, yo, I'm about to just jump this fence, bro. It's over.
Get enough shots up to even compete with Cheeseaholic. Again, going scoreless. And since we're talking shooting percentages, I guess it's only right to go ahead and give everybody what they've been waiting for, and that's Flight averages. Out of the 43 games that I researched, Flight attempted 790 shots, but only made 184 of them, giving him a field goal percentage of 23%. Which is
shout out to MJ though, you feel me? Maybe that's his little paying homage to Jordan, you feel me? 23. You know what I'm saying, on the shooting percentage.
It's ridiculous, but what's even crazier is that out of those 790 shots, 444 of them were 3-point attempts. And out of those 444 3-pointers, Flight only made 78 of them, which means that he's only shooting 17% from behind the arc. But what's even more laughable is when you do the math and you realize that on average, Flight attempts 18 shots a game, 10 of them being 3-pointers, and only averages 6 points. Yes, it takes 18 shots for Flight to score only 6 points. Now, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some people who will challenge my findings. Fair enough. So what I decided to do is show my work. In the description below, there is a link to a Google spreadsheet. If you click on it, it will give you Flight's game log. Every single game that I utilize in this video for my research is categorized perfectly for you. And of course, just for the culture, I will be updating this game log every time Flight plays a 1v1 from here on out. And before we transition to the last portion of this video, there were a few interesting findings that I saw throughout my research. The first one being, if you remove the Little Terrio game that he played, because why wouldn't you, since Little Terrio is 12 years old, Flight has lost every 1v1 game since October 29th. He is literally in the middle of an 11-game losing streak. The second thing that I want to point out are the games where Flight just attempted a ridiculous amount of shots. Like on May 1st, 2018, where he matched up against Chark and attempted 29 shots.
And made 3? Oh my God, bro. This is way more intense than I thought this was gonna be, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
But only made 3 of them. Or what about the more recent game against Jesser when he was blindfolded? Flight attempted 35 shots, only made 9 of them, and still lost that game. But I cannot forget about the game that made me keep count of all of Flight's shot attempts. And that's the game against LMU back in June 16th, 2019, where even though, yes, Flight did win that game, he attempted 39 shots.
Yo, he missed 30 shots!
Giving him a field goal percentage of 23%. But what's more important, in that game, he attempted 17 three-pointers, but only made 1 of them, giving him a 3-point percentage of 5%.
Bro,
and finally, and the biggest reason why this video took me so long to make, we have Flight's shot chart. Yes, I literally took the time out to chart every single last shot attempt of Flight throughout all 43 games. And boy, oh boy, do you see a lot of red. And again, just for the culture, if you want this shot chart, I'll have it on my Twitter at Legend of Winning. You can just follow me there.
Yo, he wildin', bro.
Download or consume or however you want to utilize it. Because again, you know, this for the community, this for the culture. You know what I'm saying? How many people you know would have sat down and watched all the Flight's 1v1s and did everything that I did for this video? Yeah, not too many people. So there you have it. Finally figured out how bad Flight is at basketball. On average, he's going to give you around 6 points, but he's going to attempt 18 shots to get to those 6 points. He shoots horrible from the field. He struggles to create his own shot. And on average, he's going to give you 1 air ball a game. So if you enjoy these type of videos, I guess leave a like and subscribe. I'm pretty sure.
Bro. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm honestly shocked right now, bro. I'm honestly shocked. I was not expecting him to go this in depth with this. I thought he was just about to pull up a whole bunch of clips, examples of how Flight is like the worst, whatever, blah, blah, blah. My man got shot attempts, shooting percentages, a shot chart, goddamn, a record, 11-game losing streak, goddamn, man. Oh my God, bro, this is shocking. Montana fam, listen, bro, we might really have to like reevaluate. Like I said, bro, like Flight is my guy. No Flight slander is allowed, you feel me? But man, we might have to reevaluate. I honestly didn't I feel duped. I feel tricked. Goddamn, Flight. I did not know it was like that, bro. Like, I want to see who else he could do that for, and like just to see like how it matches up again. Like if you do that for Cash, if you do that for anybody else, DDG, whoever else plays 1v1s, just so I can see like the comparison, how it matches up. Because it's like none of them are professional basketball players, obviously, you feel me? But to see like Flight is an amateur, Cash is an amateur, just to see what the numbers look like compared to each other. Because 23% from the field and 17% from 3 is crazy. That one game, bro, where he shot 30, he took 39 shots. Bro, he missed 30 of the shots. That is crazy, bro. I ain't even, listen, bro, I know this video is way too long, so I'm going to go ahead and stop it right there, bro. Let me know what other videos you want me to react to down below in the comments, and I got y'all. This was crazy. Like, I'm honestly taking it back. Like I said, original video, link down below in the description. Make sure you go ahead and check it out. And until next time, man, real fans, stay up and I am out. Swag team, bro. Zombie gang, cuss. Wow, bro, that is crazy.
Got the black him out to get me through this shit. That shit go over that, I might get these niggas 10%. I'm a countryman, not businessman, that shit is off the grid. Off the map and shit, might open off the bag and fucking dip. Like a bag of chips, you niggas think it crunch time, I'm a deal. The 20% when my shit hit the charts, then it's a hit. It be made by friends.